Qaraqalpaqstan, officially the Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan, is an autonomous republic of Uzbekistan. It occupies the whole northwestern part of Uzbekistan. The capital is Nukus. The Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan has an area of 166,590 kilometers squared, 64,320 square miles, and a population of about 2 million. Its territory covers the classical land of Khwarezm, which in classical Persian literature was known as Kat. History. From about 500 BC to 500 AD, the region of what is now Qaraqalpaqstan was a thriving agricultural area supported by extensive irrigation. It was strategically important territory and fiercely contested, as is seen more than 50 Khwarezm fortresses which were constructed here. The Karakalpak people, who used to be nomadic herders and fishers, were first recorded by foreigners in the 16th century. Qaraqalpaqstan was ceded to the Russian Empire by the Khanate of Khiva in 1873. Under Soviet rule, it was an autonomous area within the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, before becoming part of Uzbekistan in 1936 as the Qaraqalpak Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic. The region was probably at its most prosperous in the 1960s and 70s when irrigation from the Amu Darya was being expanded. However, the evaporation of the Aral Sea has made Qaraqalpaqstan one of Uzbekistan's most poorest regions. The region is suffering from extensive drought, partially due to climate patterns, but also largely because the Amu Darya and Sardarya rivers are mostly diverted in the eastern parts of Uzbekistan. Crop failures have deprived about 48,000 people of their main source of income, and storages of potable water have created a surge of infectious diseases. Geography. Qaraqalpaqstan is now mostly desert and is located in western Uzbekistan near the Aral Sea, in the lowest part of the Amu Darya basin. It has an area of 164,000 kilometers squared and is surrounded by desert. The Kizilkum Desert is located to the east and the Karakum Desert is located to the south. A rocky plateau extends west to the Caspian Sea. Politics. The Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan is formally sovereign and shares veto powers over decisions concerning it with Uzbekistan. According to the constitution, relations between Qaraqalpaqstan and Uzbekistan are, quote, regulated by treaties and agreements, and any disputes are settled by way of reconciliation. Its right to secede is limited by the veto power of Uzbekistan's legislature over any decision to secede. Article 74, Chapter 17, Constitution of Uzbekistan, provides that the Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan shall have the right to secede from the Republic of Uzbekistan on the basis of a nationwide referendum held by the people of Qaraqalpaqstan. In July 2022, large protests broke out in the region over a proposed constitutional change which would strip Qaraqalpaqstan of its autonomy. The proposed change was later scrapped in response to the demonstrations. Demographic. The population is estimated 1,948,488 as of 2022, with 51% living in rural areas. In 2007, it was estimated that about 400,000 of the population are of the Karakalpak ethnic group. 400,000 are Uzbeks and 300,000 are Kazakhs. The Karakalpak language is closer to Kazakh than to Uzbek. The language was written in a modified Cyrillic in Soviet times and has been written in the Latin alphabet since 1996. Other than the capital of Nukus, major cities include Zojili, Taxiatosh, Chimboy, Kongarot, also known as Kungrad, and Moynak. The crude birth rate is 2.2%. Approximately 39,400 children were born in 2017. Nearly 8,400 people died in the same period. The crude death rate is 0.47%. The natural growth rate is 31,000 or 1.72%. The median age was 27.7 years old in 2017, which is younger than the rest of Uzbekistan median age of 28.5% countrywide. Men are 27.1 years old, while women are 28.2 years old. Dynamics of the number and ethnic composition of the population of Qaraqalpaqstan according to the All-Union Census of 1926 to 1989. Economy. The economy of the region used to be heavily dependent on fisheries in the Aral Sea. It is now supported by cotton, rice and melons. Qaraqalpaqstan is well known for its fruits such as plums, pears, grapes and apricots. In addition to all kinds of melons, hydroelectric power from a large Soviet-built station in the Amu Darya is also important. The Amu Darya Delta was once heavily populated and supported extensive irrigation-based agriculture for thousands of years. Under the Khwarezm, the area attained considerable power and prosperity. However, the gradual climate change over the centuries, accelerated by human-induced evaporation of the Aral Sea in the late 20th century, has created a desolate scene in the region. The ancient oases, rivers, lakes, reed marshes, forests and farms are drying up and being poisoned by the windborne salt and by fertilizer and pesticides from the dried bed of the Aral Sea. Summer temperatures have risen by 10 degrees Celsius, 18 degrees Fahrenheit, and winter temperatures are decreased by 10 degrees Celsius and 18 degrees Fahrenheit. The rate of anemia, respiratory disease, and other health problems have risen dramatically. Administrative division. The Autonomous Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan consists of 16 districts. Taxiatosh district was created in 2017 from part of the Zojeli district. Bozatov district was created in September 2019 from parts of the Kageli district and the Chimboy district. There are 12 cities: Nukus, Mangit, Beruni, Zalkabod, Kongarot, Mionok, Taxiatosh, Totkol, Zojeli, Chimboy, Shumane, Boston, and 26 urban-type settlements in Qaraqalpaqstan. Media. In 2009, the first radio station of Qaraqalpaqstan was opened. The station is called Nukus FM, which broadcasts on radio frequency 100.4 MHz only in Nukus. Qaraqalpaqs. The Qaraqalpaqs, or Qaraqalpaqs, Qaraqalpaqla, Qaraqalpaqal, believe me, that's what that says, are a Turkic ethnic group native to Qaraqalpaqstan in northwest Uzbekistan. During the 18th century, they settled in the lower reaches of the Amu Darya and in the former delta of the Amu Darya, on the southern shore of the Aral Sea. The name Qaraqalpak comes from two words, Kara meaning black and Karakal meaning hat. The Qaraqalpaks number nearly 620,000 worldwide, of which 500,000 live in the Uzbek Republic of Qaraqalpaqstan. Etymology. The word Karakalpak is derived from the Russian Cyrillic spelling of their name and has become the accepted name for these people in the West. The Qaraqalpaks endonymically refer to themselves as Qaraqalpaks, whilst the Uzbeks call them Qaraqalpaks. The words meaning black hat has caused much confusion in the past, since historians link them with other earlier peoples such as the Cherny Klobuki, who have borne the appellation black hat in Slavic vernacular. The Qaraqalpak hat is made from the fur of the Karakal breed of sheep, which originated in Central Asia, with archaeological evidence pointing to the breed being raised there continuously since 1400 BCE. The breed is named after Karakal, which is a city in Bukhara province of Uzbekistan. History. Many accounts continue to link the present-day Qaraqalpaks with the Turkic confederation known as the Cherny Klobuki of the 11th century, whose name also means black hat in Russian. Cherny Klobuki were mercenary military troops of the Kievan Rus. Apart from the fact that their names have the same meaning, there is no archaeological or historical evidence to link these two groups. The Qaraqalpaks, Uzbeks and Kazakhs are regarded to be subgroups of the same Uzbek confederation that arose in the 15th century following the breakdown of Genghis Khan's empire and the collapse of the Golden Horde. The Qaraqalpak group was formed in the 17th century as a result of a split from the Kazakh confederation. Recent archaeological evidence indicates that the Qaraqalpaks may have formed as a confederation of different tribes at some time in the late 15th or 16th century, some location along the Siadaria, or its southern Zani Daria outlet, in proximity to the Kazakhs of the Lesser Horde. This would explain why their language, customs and material culture are so similar to that of the Kazakhs. Geography. The Qaraqalpak population is mainly confined to the central part of Qaraqalpaqstan that is irrigated by the Amu Darya. The largest communities live in Nukus, the capital of Qaraqalpaqstan, and the surrounding large towns such as Kodzeli, Shimbe, Tatetas, Shomani and Kungrad. Although their homeland bears their name, the Qaraqalpaks are not the largest ethnic group living in Qaraqalpaqstan. They are increasingly being outnumbered by Uzbeks, many of whom are being encouraged to move into the rich agricultural region around Turtkul and Beruni. Rural Qaraqalpaks mainly live on former collective or state farms, most of which have been recently privatised, and many rural Qaraqalpaks have been seriously affected by the desertation of the Aral Sea, which has destroyed the local fishing industry along with much of the grazing and agricultural lands in the north of the delta. Qaraqalpaks have nowhere to go. The majority of Qaraqalpaqstan is occupied by desert, the Kizil Kum on the eastern side and the barren Özgurt Plateau to the west, and now the growing Aral Kum to the north, once the bed of the former Aral Sea. Language. The Karakalpak language belongs to the Kipchak-Nogai group of Turkic languages, which also include Kazakh and Nogai. Spoken Qaraqalpaq has two dialects, northeastern and southwestern. Written Qaraqalpaq uses both a modified form of the Cyrillic alphabet and Latin alphabet, with the former being standard during the Soviet Union, and the latter modelled on Uzbekistan's alphabet from former Uzbek before the Soviet Union. Qaraqalpaq was rarely written, but when it was, it used a modified form of Persian-Arabic alphabet. Due to the geography and history of Qaraqalpak people, Qaraqalpak has been influenced by Uzbek, Mongol, Tajik and Russian. Karakalpak Uzbek Pidgin language is often spoken by those bilingual in both languages. Religion. Karakalpaks are primarily followers of the Hanafi school of Sunni Islam. It is probable they adopted Islam between the 10th and 13th century, a period when they first appeared as a distinct ethnic group. Dervish orders such as the Naqshbandi, Kubrawiya, Yeshawi, Kalandari are fairly common in the region. The religious order that establishes the strongest relationship with the people of the region is the Kubrawiya, which is Shia adherents. Of 553 mosques recorded in 1914, a few remain in Nokis, Tortkul, Zojeli and Shimbe. Many Karakalpak mullahs use their homes for Friday prayers. Qaraqalpak. Qaraqalpak is a Turkic language spoken by Qaraqalpaks in Qaraqalpaqstan. It is divided into two dialects, northeastern Qaraqalpak and southeastern Qaraqalpak. It developed alongside Uzbek and neighbouring Kazakh languages, being markedly influenced by both. Typologically, Qaraqalpak belongs to the Kipchak branch of the Turkic languages, thus being closely related to and highly mutually intelligible with Kazakh. Classification. Qaraqalpak is a member of the Kipchak branch of the Turkic languages, which includes Kazakh, Bashkir, Tatar, Kumyk, Karachi, Nogai and Kyrgyz. Due to its proximity to Uzbek, much of the Qaraqalpak's vocabulary and grammar has been influenced by Uzbek. Like the vast majority of the Turkic languages, Qaraqalpak's vowel harmony is agglutinative and has no grammatical gender. Word order is usually subject, order, verb. Geographic distribution. Qaraqalpak is spoken mainly in the Qaraqalpaqstan autonomous region of Uzbekistan. Approximately 2,000 people in Afghanistan and smaller diaspora in parts of Russia, Kazakhstan and Turkey and other parts of the world speak Qaraqalpak. Official status. Qaraqalpak is official status in the Qaraqalpaqstan Autonomous Republic. Dialects. Ethnologue identifies two dialects of Qaraqalpak, northeastern and southwestern. Menges mentions a third possible dialect spoken in the Fergana Valley. The southwestern dialect has voiceless post-alveolar affricate. For the northeastern, voiceless post-alveolar fricative. Phonology. Qaraqalpak has 21 native consonant phonemes and regularly uses 4 non-native phonemes in loan words. Non-native sounds are shown in parentheses. Vowel harmony functions in Qaraqalpak much as it does in other Turkic languages. Words borrowed from Russian or other languages may not observe rules of vowel harmony, but the following rules usually apply. Vocabulary. Numbers. Beer 1, Eki 2, Ush 3, Tort 4, Bes 5, Alti 6, Jeti 7, Segiz 8, Torgiz 9, On 10, Juz 100, Min 1000. Writing system. Qaraqalpak was written in the Arabic and Persian script until 1928, in the Latin script with additional characters from 1928 to 1940, after which Cyrillic was introduced. Following Uzbekistan's independence in 1991, the decision was made to drop Cyrillic and revert to the Latin alphabet. Whilst the use of Latin script is now widespread in Tashkent, its introduction to Qaraqalpaqstan remains gradual. The Cyrillic and Latin alphabets are shown below with their equivalent representation in the IPA. Cyrillic letters with no representation in the Latin alphabet are marked with asterisks. The last changes to the new Qaraqalpak alphabet were made in 2016. Instead of letters with apostrophes, letters with acutes were introduced. Therefore, the new Qaraqalpak alphabet will act in the same way the new Kazakh and Uzbek alphabets represent, that is, with acutes. Before 2009, C was written as TS, I and I were written as dotted and dotless. And to finish off, I have no idea how to pronounce half of what I've just said.